How I accidentally funded Arctic Geopolitics through a soda cream brand. Opening. Visual. A soda cream bottle rotating slowly. Inside it, a swirling map of the Arctic, Russia, Greenland, Canada, and the North Pole. Shipping routes light up in red. Capitalist Rhoda. 3 years ago, I invested $40,000 into a soda cream company run by a Siberian food engineer with a vision. Her dream was simple: create the world's most sophisticated beverage, something that blended traditional Russian cream sodas with contemporary molecular gastronomy. I thought I was funding a beverage startup. I was actually funding the most elegant geopolitical arbitrage play of the Arctic age. Beat. Let me explain. Ничего. Section 1. The supply chain that wasn't capitalist Rhoda. Soda cream requires 3 core ingredients: carbonated water, cream concentrate, and sugar. Standard stuff. But my co-founder, Katya, insisted on sourcing from a very specific supply chain. The carbonation came from Russian industrial gas facilities in the Yamal Peninsula. The cream came from dairy cooperatives in Siberia. The sugar came from beet processing facilities that are geographically positioned at the exact nexus of Russian territorial claims and disputed Arctic waters. Visual supply chain map. Arrows connecting Yamal gas fields, Siberian dairies, Arctic sugar route, processing facilities. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Every bottle of soda cream that we sold in Scandinavia, Canada, and Greenland had to cross Arctic shipping routes. These routes are increasingly contested. Russia claims sovereignty over the Northern Sea route. Canada claims its international waters. Greenland is caught in the middle, watching Denmark slowly lose control of what might become the most strategically valuable island on Earth. By establishing a commercial supply chain that physically moved Russian goods through these waters regularly, we were essentially doing something brilliant. We were creating economic justification for Russian presence in the Arctic. Every shipment was a tiny assertion of sovereignty. Visual, documentary-style footage of an actual ice-breaking cargo ship carrying containers marked with the soda cream logo, cutting through Arctic waters. The revenue? Minimal. Maybe $500,000 a year at peak. But the geopolitical implications were enormous. We were establishing precedent. We were normalizing commerce. We were making it harder for anyone to suddenly claim that Russia shouldn't have shipping access to waters it had historically dominated. And I didn't plan any of it. Section 2. The moment I realized capitalist Rhoda. The realization hit me during a boring earnings call in 2025. We were reviewing shipping costs, which had been rising because of Arctic ice melt. One of our logistics analysts, a guy named Dmitry, casually mentioned that our shipping routes were now being used as evidence in territorial disputes. Apparently, Russia's foreign ministry had cited our soda cream supply chain in official documents about Arctic jurisdiction. Not by name, they don't need to be that obvious. But the pattern of regular commercial transit through contested waters was being used as proof of long-standing resource extraction rights. Visual, blurred Russian official documents, diagrams showing shipping lanes, and territorial claims. I called Katya. I said, "Did we know we were funding a geopolitical assertion?" She laughed. She said, "Did you think this was just about soda cream? It wasn't." Visual cut back to the capitalist Rhoda, sitting in an office, looking at financial documents and maps simultaneously overlaid. What Katya had done, what I had unknowingly funded, was brilliant. She had created a commercial entity that served dual purposes. First, it made money. Genuinely profitable margins on premium soda cream to wealthy Scandinavian markets. Second, it established economic presence in strategically important shipping lanes. Every container was sovereignty assertion. Every route was precedent. This is how geopolitics actually works in the modern era. Not with military buildup. With supply chains. With commerce. With the mundane logistics of getting a product from point A to point B in a way that normalizes your presence in contested territory. Section 3. The Implication. Capitalist Rhoda. Here's the thing that keeps me awake at night. I'm not actually sure if Katya planned this from the beginning, or if she just recognized the opportunity and weaponized it. Either way, the result is the same. I invested $40,000 into what I thought was a beverage startup. What I actually did was fund a very sophisticated geopolitical hedge disguised as commerce. Visual, split screen. On one side, happy customers drinking soda cream in Copenhagen, Oslo, Reykjavik. On the other side, Russian flags, Arctic territorial maps, shipping manifests. And the beautiful part? There's nothing technically illegal about any of it. We're selling a real product. We're using legitimate shipping routes. We're following all international maritime law. But the effect is to subtly, incrementally, continuously establish the normality of Russian commercial presence in the Arctic, which makes it harder to exclude Russia from Arctic governance discussions, which makes it easier for Russia to claim it's not a newcomer to Arctic waters. It's been there all along, just as a merchant. B. Soda cream as geopolitical methodology. That's when I knew I understood how the real economy works. Outro capitalist roader. So what did I do? I doubled down. I've invested another 200,000 into expansion. Not because I believe in premium beverages in the Arctic, because I believe in the power of commerce as a tool for subtle, sustained, completely legal assertions of geopolitical interest. By next year, our soda cream will be shipped through every contested Arctic shipping lane multiple times per month. And nobody will even notice. Fade to black. Text appears. The best investments are the ones where the profit is almost accidental. End episode 2. Next episode, why cobalt mining is just ambient music for your battery.